Spurs have traded Jakob Poeltl to the Toronto Raptors for Kem Birch, a protected 2024 first-round pick and 2 future seconds. Now, they had for all season continued to say that they wanted 2 first-round picks for Jakob Poeltl. That did not happen. They were able to get 2 seconds and a protected first. And Jakob Poeltl was traded back to the team that he was drafted by back in 2016 after playing about 5 seasons for the Spurs. The Poeltl is averaging 12 points, 9 rebounds, and 3 assists. And right here, Poeltl has been consistently strong, rim protector and rebounder. I know some people will say, and I am in agreement, that he has had a down year this year in terms of rim protection, but that's also due to the part that his team is significantly worse than ever has been in 5 years. So, the Raptors have some good defenders, but they're 17th in defensive ranking and 29th in opponent effective field goal percentage. So at a quick glance, by bringing in Poeltl, he's going to be a guy who can protect the rim and allow Fred VanVleet, OG Anunoby, Scotty Barnes, and Pascal Siakam to protect the perimeter and know that they have a guy who's going to protect the rim for them.
Yeah, I think I could not believe that this move actually happened. I thought that they were, because you sent like these texts at the same time, and I'm like, oh man, like they're in that trade. What did the Raptors give up? Like, did they give up OG? Is OG a Sun now, or is he going to the Nets? I cannot believe they actually got Poeltl. This is awesome. This is so awesome, and it tells me that Toronto is not blowing up Jack Diddley. They're going to re-sign Jakob Poeltl next year, and hopefully it's this year that they can start figuring it out. Maybe they make more moves, but next year, I mean, they're not going anywhere. They're not going anywhere, or at least that's what Masai and their direction they're planning on is. We're not rebuilding shit.
No, I agree, and the thing is we're on agreement. If this year they don't make the playoffs, it's a great year to be a rebuilding year in terms of, hey, we still keep all our guys. They're under contract. Now we have a lottery pick. Let's go out, maybe get Cam Whitmore, or maybe they get, Kel'el Ware, or if they do have a top 10 pick, maybe they trade down and get one of the other centers in this draft. There's Derek Lively. Like, there's a lot of guys out there. So I think it's very possible for them to go out and, even if they don't improve this season, they have Jakob Poeltl as a center that they have for the rest of this year and that they plan to re-sign to $20 to $25 million. And if you want to sign him to a short-term deal, you can go ahead and draft another big if you don't believe Koloko is the future right there. But regardless, I think this is a team that we're looking. It is interesting because you got. I don't know if OG is going to be, even if they keep him past the deadline, if he'll be here past the offseason, because they've allegedly don't want to give him another extension because they don't want to be the ones who pay him like $30+ million. But there's Precious Achiuwa, OG as of right now, Scotty, Chris Boucher, you got Koloko, Pascal, Gary Trent as of right now, Fred VanVleet as of now, and Thad Young. So right here, the Toronto Raptors, they still have, a decent roster. I don't believe. Do you think they can do a turnaround?
100%, yeah.
Right now, this season,
100 billion%, yeah. I love their depth now. I still would love a backup point guard, and maybe they're still working on it. Malachi is better, no doubt. I think what the big thing with the Raptors is they started like last year. It took them a while to start clicking. It took them around halfway to start clicking. But the issue is all of their starters, because they were even worse last year. All their starters are playing 40 to 42 minutes every single game. So what's going to happen? Well, Fred's going to have a sore hamstring every single time they play. Jakob Poeltl is huge because now you have Siakam to his original position. I have Boucher and Precious off of the bench as well.
We have some breaking Toronto Raptors news. Actually,
breaking Raptors news right now when we're talking about the Toronto Raptors.
Yeah, so Toronto talks on forward OG Anunoby are continuing to roll into the final hours of the trade deadline. the landing of Kevin Durant with the Suns could escalate OG Anunoby's value amongst Western Conference teams pursuing the elite forward to defend Durant. We know the Memphis Grizzlies and the New Orleans Pelicans are two teams that had been very much in the chase, trying to prevent the other one from getting it. We know a package of like Zaire Williams and Danny Green and probably like 2 or 3 first-round picks. What do you mean? That's not a bad deal.
2 or 3 first-round picks.
Yeah. And then the other one, I believe, from the Pelicans is either 2 or 3 first-round picks with Devontae Graham, Jackson Hayes, and Najee Marshall, or I think it's like Devontae Graham, Jackson Hayes, and Herb Jones in 2 picks.
I saw a really good one. I saw like I think Herb was in there, Dyson, and it might have been Jackson, but I know Dyson and Herb were in a trade with somebody else. Maybe it was Devontae to make that money work.
Eric White, Conan Brothers, Raising Arizona. I'm about to watch that movie, Barton Fink, and then another one. Dude, I love the Coen Brothers. Okay, Coen Brothers is awesome. I mean, even like now that they've separated, great. I love cinema. But no, thank you to all 31 people watching. Hit that like and subscribe button. It'd be much obliged. But right here, if OG Anunoby gets traded, I think if you trade OG Anunoby, I personally like the Raptors deal better than the Pelicans deal. Unless you're, I mean, not. I like the what did I just say? Deal. Grizzlies deal better than the Pelicans deal. God damn it, guys! There's so many teams in my mind. I'm mixing them up. I like the Pelicans deal better than the Grizzlies deal, unless the Grizzlies include Tyus Jones. If the Grizzlies send me. If the Grizzlies send Tyus Jones for OG Anunoby, we're talking a different ball party. You know, you agree with me. If they say, here's Tyus Jones and Xavier Tillman, or Tyus Jones and like John Conchar.
Dang.
You know what I'm saying?
I would take Tyus Jones.
That's what I'm saying. If they can get Tyus Jones, because when we're thinking of a deal from the Grizzlies for OG Anunoby, everyone's like, oh, they're going to use Danny Green as salary filler, and then you throw in Zaire Williams and then a couple picks because the money works like that. But you're like, if I'm the Raptors, I see Tyus Jones, and I'm like, I need a point guard.
Tyus Jones.
Give me Tyus Jones. We can talk a deal where maybe you don't have to send as many picks if you give me Tyus Jones.
Yeah.
And that's why I say, like, if they're not offering Tyus Jones, the Pelicans deal is better because you get yourself Devontae Graham. And I'm not going to sit here and be like, Devontae Graham's a top 20 point guard in the league. No, but he would be a better backup point. He can shoot, and he can play some defense. So, he would be able to – Devontae Graham's averaged like 1.5 steals every season that he's like actually played like starter minutes. I will say that. It's not just that he went to the University of Kansas. But you also get Jackson Hayes, so you get another backup big, and you get Najee Marshall a wing. So that's not a bad deal. But I agree. If you tell me Tyus Jones is
Najee's not too bad. Yeah. No, but you're right. Devontae, even in that trade, still works. And who knows? Maybe Herb Jones would be in there, and maybe Dyson Daniels would be in there. Who knows what would happen? But I like both ideas. I like what you could get. And I like that it's the Raptors because I feel pretty comfortable with the Raptors getting what they need to get and what they want to get. So.
Yeah, no, I agree. And I think it's definitely interesting to see. We can always circle back. You want to go to the Knicks?
Yeah, I'm shocked we haven't done the Lakers.